This is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the Artistic Wire 3D Bracelet Jig sizing drums. Now, we do have another video showing you how to use the Artistic Wire 3D Bracelet Jig, which is right here. And in this video I'm going to do a little unwrapping of the jig sizing drums. And in this package you'll get two sizing drums. One of them is 1.65 inches and the other one is 2 inches. So you'll get a nice little instructional sheet here that I'll go through showing you how to use it, but I'm going to go through all this with you in the video here. And then we get two sizing drums, which are these sort of white little thick plastic mandrels. And in here you're also going to get, oops, just set this aside. You're going to get two pins that come with it, and you'll notice on the sizing drum there's a nice little slot for it. And again, this is the 2-inch and this is the 1.625, and you can just go ahead and place those pins in there, and they should hold pretty well, and they should also come out pretty nice and easy for you. But if you want to just leave these together, these are your two sizing drums. And to be doing this, I'm going to be using 20 gauge artistic wire for this project. And let me just go ahead and get started on the bracelet jig. And if you haven't set up your jig yet, you will need one peg in the top row here, and these just come together with these nice little rubber stoppers here. So one in the top row, and then you'll move 3 to the left and 1 down, and you'll add your second one. And this is to create that adjustable bangle style for this particular project. So go ahead and take your 20 gauge wire, and I'm going to unwrap a little bit of it and take my nylon jaw pliers and just kind of straighten that out. There we go. Okay. So now, working on the second one here, I'm just going to wrap that wire. I'm going to go ahead and leave it sticking up there. So wrap it around, and now wrap it all the way around the mandrel, going below that first peg, and just come back around. And now I'm going to loop it down and around to finish that off there. So I'm just going to take my flush cutters and cut in there. And now over here, I'm going to do the same and just kind of cut that little tail off right there. You know, I'm actually just going to remove this so I can get a nice clean cut. So I just removed this little peg here. I'm going to remove the second one as well. So as that slides off, I'm going to go back and just give myself a nice clean cut there. There we go. Okay, so now you can set your jig and your pins aside. And now what you're going to do is I'm going to be using the smaller mandrel for this. And you're simply going to place the loop around, and all you're going to do now is take your wire and just run it all the way alongside this. And be sure that as you're coming around this side, you're going to want to make sure that the wires don't cross, that they simply just lay next to each other. Just like so. And what you're doing is you're just sort of bending it in there and smoothing it out. So I have it going all the way around my sizing drum there. So now you'll see I'll let it kind of spring out, and it is much smaller. Now this is much too small for a bracelet, but you'll notice that you can kind of adjust it as such and just sort of move it with your fingers while keeping it nice and rounded. So now all I need to do to kind of finish this off is just take my chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to bend one side in and then bend it down a little. And I'm going to move to the other side here, and I'm going to bend it in and down a little. And now all I need to do is to slip my loops through and close my loops. And over here, I actually need to open that loop just a little bit. Slide that bracelet side through and close up that loop. And now mine's a little wobbly, so I'm just going to take my nylon pliers and just kind of smooth it out there. And you can do this working all the way around. And also by doing this, you'll be work hardening the wire too, so it'll be a nice bangle for you. So now you're free to add any wire or any other embellishments that you like to your expandable bangle. Now this is using 20 gauge wire, but if you want something that's a little bit thicker, you can go all the way and do 18 or 16 gauge wire. You'll just have to be careful, and you may need slightly different tools to help you cut that thicker wire. So that's it. That is how you use the Artistic Wire 3D Bracelet Jig sizing drums. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can get all of these supplies and see more videos at Beadaholique.com.